Hi guys, this video is to show you the difference about several online backup providers, especially the BackBlaze and the CARBONITE, which are the two main players as listed on other pages. You see they have very similar functionality and similar price. The CARBONITE is a little bit more expensive because the BackBlaze they include in this $50 per year already external USB drives, and with the CARBONITE you need the Home Plus version, which is about $100, but you can get it for about 79 with a coupon, or 150 with a 2-year option. So but it's still a little bit more on the pricey side, but it has much more functionality, as you will see. Here you have on all the pages, on both pages, BackBlaze and CARBONITE. You can try it for free for free, so you can download it to your PC. That's very easy. You set it up with your email address. You load it down to your computer and then start the trial, which lasts usually for 15 days. I think it's with both the providers. You have to be a little bit patient. It takes a long time. It takes several minutes. When you start, when you push install, it takes sometimes, depending on your machine, of course, several minutes. You see nothing on the screen. Just be patient until everything is installed. But after that, you will see a screen like this. Yeah, here we have the BackBlaze control panel, where you can see that it's counting down. You basically you have just a few buttons, which I will show you later. Here you have the main information of the control panel. You have the selected amount of files, which is being showed after some scan. It takes about, I would say, maybe 1 hour for in my case it was a little bit more than 1 terabyte of data. Took maybe a little bit more than 1 hour. Yeah. Then it shows how the backup will run. You have three possibilities: continuously, or you say once a day, or specific time, which is the case in both of the providers, and the remaining files and remaining bytes. This is a little bit strange with the BackBlaze. So this is what I don't really like. You see it's saying transferring a lot of data very fast. You think it's working like crazy, but at the end, if you compare the megabytes, it's doing like nothing. So that's a little bit strange. And then you go to the network control panel, where you can see network activity, and you see there's really no network activity on the BackBlaze. So it's just can I remove that? Yeah. So actually it's just pretending the backing up your system, but it's obviously not doing this. It's still somehow scanning or preparing. It's a little bit strange. I had this running for several days, and so the remaining files were counting down, but I had almost no change in megabytes. So I guess here it's just showing what he's preparing, and here you see what he's really doing, but this shouldn't mix up. It's a little bit strange. So apart from that, you have the yeah, you can pause it or you can restart it, of course, but there's just a simple button. you say okay, now it's stopped, and then you can back up it. It has some problems now. Yeah, okay, it was on my computer. So yeah, if you stop and start, it needs a little bit of power, so that was a little bit too much for my computer, where I just run this backup. Yeah, it's just pause and then restart. It's not much. The Carbonite, which is a little bit more expensive, has more functionality, so I show it later to you. Like maybe I can show it to you like this. I put this little bit down. Hold on 1 second. So now you should see this. I can right click on Carbonite, and then you can say you want to pause it for 10 minutes, 30 minutes and so on, or for even 1 day, and then it automatically will restart. So this you don't have with the BackBlaze. It's a little bit more simple. So now I have to show you the settings. Needs a little bit time. My computer is not so fast, needs always a little bit of time. So you have a few tabs here. Yeah, you basic settings, like you can choose also the drives which are being backed up, the local drive or the external hard drive, but there's not more to select. But the good thing with the BackBlaze, it's already the external hard drive is already included. And now here comes the best thing from the BackBlaze. Here you see how much traffic it generates. At least it's saying that, but I was never able to really verify that. It seems it's just showing something, but I mean it has some effect when you disable the automatic throttle, and then you can switch to faster backup. You can switch to faster backup, and you also can increase the number of backup threads. So yeah, that should increase the speed of the backup much. So I've tried this and it worked somehow. I never really prove, but it's really difficult to say. So what I actually liked would be something to limit the bandwidth. So let's say if you have 10 megabit upload, that you could say I just want BackBlaze to use 5 megabits, so you have 5 megabits left. You can't do this with BackBlaze, and you can't do this with Carbonite. The BackBlaze is a little bit more advanced regarding the options, but didn't really help me. So, but overall, I think the backup was a little bit faster with the BackBlaze, and also it started sooner, a little bit sooner. The Carbonite, the initial scan of the Carbonite, it takes a couple of days if you have, like me, more than 1 terabyte and about 2 million files. So I'm still scanning now. It's running for 2 days and it has not come to an end. So here you can select the 3 options which I were already telling you about. You have the exclusions, of course, from the system files, a little bit of security, all the files which are planned to backup. You have the report, how much BackBlaze has found on your system and will back up. And you have some issues. Mostly these are temporary files in use, so but he will retry later, and some when they will be backed up. You see it's still scanning obviously, but not really uploading to the cloud. So that's it for now regarding I have something more for you to show. What does one important thing here? You have the I hope I can show it to you. Here you see that's the program data, BackBlaze, and then you have some subfolders, and if I make it a little bit bigger you can see there's one important file here. That's the index of all the files that are scheduled for being backed up. So you see the size, it's about 380 megabytes, and it can only go up to 1.2 or so gigabytes of data if you have only a 32-bit Windows operating system. If you have 64 bits, it's no problem, it can be much bigger, probably 8 times bigger, but if you have just 32 bits, it can only go up to 1.2 gigabytes. So it limits the amount of data which you can back up. If it reach this amount, you are fully stuck. You have to start from scratch. They allow you to leave your backup files there and you start with a new trial, and when the new trial is finished you can switch to your original license. So it's possible to keep your coverage, but you have just 15 days to start with a new backup, and if you have too much data and not so much upload bandwidth, so you will be in trouble when this limit comes. So I had this several times because I don't know why it was, the BackBlaze was counting down here the amount of files and also the amount of megabytes. It was counting down, and at some point after a couple of days it restarted from scratch. I have never found out why he did that, but he did it. So what it means, this file got bigger because he thought these are new files, so he doubled the amount of these. He doubled this file, so it went up to 700 megabytes, and then a couple of days later he started again, and so on and so on, and after about 4 restarts it came to 1.2 gigabytes, and my backup was fully locked and I couldn't go on with that. So I stopped using BackBlaze. I don't know if other users have the same problem, but I have no clue why BackBlaze did it. It was a little bit disappointing. Also, the support was not able to help, and I think it's really some kind of bad limitation. I don't really like this, and I have to show you another thing. I hope I can open the Explorer. One thing. Here I have my external hard drive which I'm backing up. So here you can see that. So that's my external hard drive which I'm backing up. I have actually 2 folders, and the BackBlaze is creating another folder, and they say you should not delete this. Like, warning, do not delete this directory, otherwise you're in trouble. You can forget your thing, your backup. And also, what's not so good, you have this. I can't go to the online page where you, if you want, it's some of the biggest bad things about BackBlaze. If you want to recover your files, you have to go online. You can't do it here, you have to go online. There's some kind of explorer. It will show your files, but it's very slow, and you can select your folders which you want to backup, and it will then create a zip file, but the zip file will be is limited, of course, to, I don't know, maybe half terabyte. So if you want to select more, you won't be able to select. You have to do it for each subfolder. So if you want to back up a lot of data, so you can be in trouble. You maybe end up to download 20 zip files, and then you have to extract all these zip files. You need maybe another external hard drive to do all the extractions, and then you have to resync everything, and that's a little bit bad. And if you don't if it's too much, if you can't handle so much download and so much zip files, then you could order a hard drive to be sent to you. So that's possible, but it's, of course, it takes some time and some extra cost. You will get a refund for these external hard drives if you send it back to the BackBlaze, but it's not so good. I mean, I like more the system with the Carbonite. The Carbonite is much more advanced. The only thing is it's a little bit more expensive, and it doesn't provide this much options from regarding the bandwidth. That's the only thing. So here we have the Carbonite panel. I show you some specific things here. It's running since about 3 days. So here you have the remaining files. Here you have the backup files, which is actually more like my local hard drive, the C. And when I added the external hard drive, it started scanning like crazy for 2 or 3 days, and now it shows only 684 gigabytes left, but there are about 1.2 terabytes, so it will probably scan for another couple of days and not backing up more, because these numbers have not gone up any at all. So you have to be very patient with both of the possibilities, Carbonite and BackBlaze. They scan for a long time, and then at some point they will start really backing up. But the good thing, you have other options too. You can make a mirror image of your local drive to another external backup drive. I mean, you don't need Carbonite for this. There are many free programs around on the internet. Here you have the restore options. You can search and restore. I hope I can invoke this panel. So I show you. You can look for files here. That goes really good and works really good. And here you have the options to restore recent deleted files. You can click on that, and then you see recent recently deleted files, which I really like. So I close this. Then here you have you can browse your backup. It opens simply another really almost standard Explorer file, which is really great, and then it shows you the drives and all the files which are being backed up. It's showing the size, number of files, and when it has been backed up last time. And you have also other options. If you want not to back it up, you can mark it here, or you can restore it from here. You can restore or restore to. That's really convenient. Also same thing for the external hard drive. That's really convenient. You can do this online, you can do this locally here. This is much better than with the BackBlaze. So I love the Carbonite regarding this. Both of the providers have apps for iOS and Android where you can search for your files on your mobile phone, tablet, wherever. So I have not been going into details about this. I think they are somehow comparable. I've done basic research, but yeah, they were doing quite well. So but this is a really huge advantage of the Carbonite. So you see all your files, you can see if they are already backed up. Yeah, this is not on this panel, I'll show you the other panel, but here you can really select if you want something to have restored, so you can do it from here. That's really good, and you don't need zip files, you don't need external hard drives. It just does it in place. That's a really huge advantage. So I'm going to show you another thing, another feature of the Carbonite. So now this is the normal Explorer which you have on your PC, and Carbonite can add this kind of things like bubbles where you can see what is already backed up and what is still pending. So you can really drill down to each folder and see if it shows red or green. Red means, of course, it's still backing up. So I'm closing these things. Yeah, here you have another option for restoring all files. And this should be the settings when I come up. Yeah, just very basic settings about the online backup, similar to Carbonite, to BackBlaze. And here you can see, here you can say if you want these color things, color symbols in your Explorer, where you can see if it's backed up or not. Of course, also the account information. And yeah, there's not so much. I mean, there could be more. Actually, I would expect some more things, like where it's showing which files are currently backed up, because you don't see a lot. You just see very basic information, and usually you should see the name of the files currently being backed up, but now it's somehow stuck. Yeah, I just tell you, if you see the name of the files here which are being backed up, you can just hover on it with your mouse and it will show you the folder. Because if it's backing up some program folders, yeah, you won't have any idea where it really is, what he's really doing. So you can hover on it and it gives you some more information about which folders are currently being backed up. So that helps a little bit. So overall, I was not successful with the BackBlaze. I was yeah, not really happy. I have been talking for hours with the support of the BackBlaze and they couldn't figure out what the problems were, because it was always restarting and I had reached all these limitations of this 32-bit system. So I was never able to finish my backup. So I switched to Carbonite, and yeah, I probably will update this information, at least in written form, in the comment how successful I was with the carbonite. But at least at the moment it seemed to be a little bit slower than the BackBlaze, but it's much more stable, it has much more options, and especially regarding restore it will be much more comfortable. So I strongly suggest to use carbonite instead of BackBlaze. That's the conclusion of my short video here. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.